Ugh, hold on a second, let me catch my breath. This IEM just gave me quite the workout. If you crave the convenience of an on-the-go listening experience and you like a fun, energetic, full-bodied sound, you'll want to take a look at the new Valkyrie MKII from Empire Ears. But first, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos on the newest audiophile gear. Now, I'm a big fan of Empire Ears. Founders Dean Vang and his son Jack take enormous pride in the company's proprietary technologies and handcrafted designs. The motto, "Achieve the Impossible," permeates every nook and cranny of the company's Atlanta area headquarters. The Valkyrie is quite possibly the funnest of Empire's X series of IEMs, which is Empire's audiophile-focused line. The Valkyrie is the companion you turn to when you want a little excitement. Okay, a lot of excitement. After its release in 2019, the Valkyrie was dubbed a baby Legend X. Legend X is the flagship of Empire's X series. Both have substantial bass impact. The Valkyrie MKII has one Weapon 9 Plus subwoofer, while the Legend X has two of the original Weapon 9 subwoofers. At $1599, the Valkyrie may be thought of as an alternative to the pricier Legend X. Now, the Valkyrie MKII does not represent a huge change over the original, and the price has remained the same. The way I see it, the MKII is just an even better version of a wildly fun IEM. Now, the Valkyrie MKII shows off the same gorgeous multicolored dragon hide faceplate as its predecessor, but inside, things aren't exactly the same. Let's start with the drivers. The Valkyrie was Empire Ears' first tribrid IEM. That means it contained 3 driver types: balanced armature, dynamic, and electrostatic, one of each. The Valkyrie MKII features an upgraded Weapon 9 Plus subwoofer for the bass and sub-bass. This is the latest version of Empire Ears' proprietary dynamic driver that packs the punch of a true subwoofer. A balanced armature driver handles the mids, while an electrostatic driver is tuned for the highs and ultra-highs. The Valkyrie MKII also features the latest version of Empire's exclusive EVEC technology, which helps to unify the electrostatic drivers with the other driver types. ESTAT drivers have a tendency to drown out their balanced armature and dynamic counterparts. This updated use of EVEC brings the electrostatic driver and treble frequencies into play with an exceptional smoothness. So you get treble that is both enhanced and controlled. The Valkyrie MKII gets a small upgrade in frequency response to 4 Hz through 100 kHz. That treble extends far beyond humans' auditory range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, but we are still experiencing things like instrument separation, harmonics, and energy above the upper end of that range. Meanwhile, the Valkyrie MKII's low impedance of 3 ohms make it easy to drive, including from your phone. Now, you probably have your own idea of what euphoric sounds like. When I describe a sound as euphoric, I am referring to a highly fun, energetic, and engaging sound. I'm making a statement about the way the sound makes me feel, and I feel good listening to my music on the Valkyrie. It has what I would call a U-shaped sound signature, where the upper and lower ends are more pronounced, but the dip in the mid-range is less pronounced than with a V-shaped sound signature. Something to note about the Valkyrie: despite its being a bassy IEM, it's also pretty good with detail, and higher-toned instruments do not get lost. I would thank the electrostatic driver with EVEC technology for that. That being said, I do think the low end is emphasized slightly more than the high end. Now, when you're purchasing a high-end headphone or IEM, you are inevitably looking to squeeze every bit of performance out of your chosen model. This is where a cable upgrade comes in. At Moon Audio, making cables is what we do. We know that materials matter, and we put a lot of thought into the materials we use and the way our cables are built. That is not to say a headphone manufacturer can't make a good cable, but it's going to be their secondary craft. Now, I chose to pair the Valkyrie MKII with a Black Dragon IEM cable. If you're familiar with Dragon cables, you may know that a Black Dragon headphone cable is not the same as the Black Dragon IEM cable. The headphone cable is a copper conductor-based cable, while the Black Dragon IEM cable is a silver-plated copper-based cable. It's a natural-sounding cable where you get an immersive musical sound from the copper and a boost in clarity, air, and detail from the silver. You might call it the overachiever of the Dragon cable lineup. Now, my experience with the Valkyrie Mark II wasn't so different from the original. It's not a radically changed IEM. What I got with the Mark II was a little more control in the low and high ends and a slightly more forward mid-range. If I were to make a comparison between the update and the original, I'd say that the Mark II has a slightly more refined sound. But even with a bit of refinement, the Valkyrie sound signature is nothing short of captivating. I almost found it difficult to get my work done while I was listening to the Valkyrie, so strong was my urge to move, to engage, to marvel at how active and alive my music sounded. If you're looking for an emphasis on vocals or a more analytical sound, the Valkyrie will not be for you. But if you enjoy a bit of an adrenaline rush with a substantial bottom end, you may have met your match. If you want to learn more about the Valkyrie Mark II, be sure to check out our written review, which we'll link to below. And if you have any questions, leave us a comment. If you're looking for more audiophile reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching.